A brand new crochet challenge for Warm Up America is right around the corner. I'm so excited to finally reveal the blanket for the crochet challenge for Warm Up America 2025. If you haven't heard of the crochet challenge for Warm Up America before, well, it's the annual crochet along that I host every single year, and it's my favorite project of the year. We have one project that hundreds of crocheters work on during a given amount of time, the challenge dates, and then they finish the project, send it to Warm Up America, who then delivers it to somebody in need. And every single year, we have a new project and a new organization that your challenge projects will be given to. This year, the blankets will be given to the Newborns in Need organization, as well as hospitals and some foster care facilities across the U.S. We've done a lot of really interesting blankets in past challenges, but this year is truly unique. This blanket blends two really fun and interesting forms of crochet, entrelac and corner to corner. It comes together in a way that's easy, but still super fun and really interesting. It's kind of magical how it all works up. It's perfect if you've been curious about Tunisian crochet because entrelac uses similar stitches, but you don't need a special Tunisian crochet hook to get it done. Entrelac can be done in rows or rounds, but I've never actually seen it worked corner to corner before. Crocheting it this way allows both sides of the stitch pattern to shine and make this really beautiful woven look. It's just interesting enough to keep it fun and engaging, but it's not so complicated that you couldn't just chill on the couch and watch your favorite TV show while making it. Picking the challenge yarn each year can really be a challenge. We like to try to keep it within parameters that make it easy to care for, easy to use, affordable for people to make, and just easy for people to find in general. So as many people as possible can join in on the challenge. So this year, I thought it would be really great to go with actually a yarn that we've used in a past challenge, 2017. This year we're going with Lion Brand Ice Cream yarn. I chose this yarn for a couple of reasons. First of all, the colors are just beautiful. They have a beautiful array of different colorway options, so you can really choose whichever blanket speaks to you, whichever colorways you like the best. It also gives you a fun opportunity to mix colorways if you want, like I did with my blanket, or you can just let the yarn do the work for you. It's got lots of different color changes, so it makes it look like you're changing yarns, but you're really not doing anything extra. And when you're on a time crunch for a challenge, that's the easiest way to go about it sometimes. I went with two colors for my blanket, mint and coffee, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You have the option to do whatever you want as far as color, and ice cream gives you a lot of different options. You can mix colorways like I did. You can use just a single color throughout your entire blanket, or you can use 2, 3, 4, however many colors you want to make the blanket that you think is beautiful. If you want to get a head start on the challenge, it's a perfect time to get your yarn ready for when the pattern releases. You can order on Amazon or directly from Lion Brand, or you can pretty much walk into any craft store and find this yarn. It really doesn't matter how you get the yarn, just whatever works best for you, but I will have a couple of links in the description below. If you can't find Lion Brand ice cream, or you want to use a yarn that you already have on hand, or maybe you walk into a store and you found something else that's on sale, you can absolutely substitute yarn for this challenge as long as the yarn meets a couple of requirements. First of all, it has to be a lightweight or a DK weight yarn. That way you don't have to make adjustments to the pattern and it turns out the right size. Second, Warm Up America requests that the yarn is 100% acrylic, so we can avoid any potential allergies, and they also ask that it's washable and easy to care for yarn. That way the person receiving it can easily care for it for years. There are a few tools you'll need to complete this challenge. First, you'll obviously need a trusty crochet hook. I'm using a size 6mm, and that's a good starting point, but you should make adjustments if the hook size doesn't give you the gauge in the pattern. You'll have the gauge information when the pattern is released, and I'll give you some instructions for how to adjust if you need to. If you're substituting yarns, you'll definitely want to check your gauge and make sure it matches and adjust your hook size if needed, because even though two different yarns might be in the same weight category, they could have some subtle differences in their thickness that would throw off your gauge just enough. You'll also need a yarn needle, a pair of scissors, and a few stitch markers for the border. So we do this challenge every single year right around this time, and it's just the highlight of my year.
Well, Warm Up America was started in 1991 by a lady named Evie Rosen, in Wisconsin, actually. She had a knitting shop. She was an amazing knitter, and she was always making blankets for the homeless in her area. And she couldn't make them fast enough. She's like, what can we do? What can I do to help make more blankets more quickly? So she came up with the 7x9 sections, which is kind of what Warm Up America is known for. I wish I had a sample here, but it's basically like a rectangle, and it's a 7x9, either knitted or crocheted. A lot of people call them squares. And she had people make the 7x9 sections and then started joining those into blankets. And she could make a lot more blankets for people in the area. And it's just bloomed and grown from there. We get about 200,000 items per year that we send out all across the United States to children's hospitals, homeless shelters, senior care facilities, veteran homes, foster care, you name it. It's just grown and grown, and it continues to do so. And it all started with one person just wanting to give back. So it's a pretty incredible story.
It's a really wonderful organization, Warm Up America. If you haven't heard of them before, definitely check them out. If you like to crochet or maybe even knit too and donate the things that you make, do check them out. I'll have all of their information linked below. They always have a list of specific needs if you're more of a casual maker and donator, but they also work with designers like me throughout the year on projects just like this if you get finished with this challenge and you want to do more. So this year we're making a colorful, cozy, beautiful blanket for newborns. It measures about 39 inches by 39 inches. Now the biggest question on your mind right now is, can I even do this? Well, the good news is, even though it looks kind of difficult to crochet, it's actually quite simple. I'd say only basic skills are your only requirement. So if you've finished any type of project before, or you have a feel for how to hold the hook and how to hold the yarn and how to maintain tension, then you should do just fine. Don't worry if you've never done entrelac or corner to corner before. Don't worry if you've never tried Tunisian crochet before, because it's kind of similar, entrelac is. The tutorial will walk you through everything step by step. So I'll give you all of the tools that you'll need to finish this blanket successfully. So the day the challenge begins, you'll have free access to the pattern online, as well as a PDF that you can download and print if you'd like to. But I'll also have a full step-by-step tutorial that's very in-depth and will give you every little detail that you need to finish this challenge. So this challenge is for anyone who's up for a challenge, who has a little bit of time to work on a new project, and who wants to make a baby blanket for a newborn and their family. If that's you, the first thing you need to do is visit the challenge page. That's like your central hub. It has all of the information you need to know, and specifically what you need to do right now as you're waiting for the pattern to be released. In total, I spent about 32 hours crocheting this blanket from start to finish, including the border. I broke this blanket up into several really short crochet sessions, and that worked out really well for me. All you need to do to participate in the challenge is get the yarn, make the blanket, and send it to Warm Up America by the deadline. No formal signups required. So here's what you need to do right now if you want to participate in this year's challenge. First of all, I would say go to the challenge homepage and bookmark that. Read through everything. It's got all of the information in this video and even more. Stuff about the tools, the supplies, the time frame, the shipping address, the dates, the Facebook event page. It's got everything that you need to succeed and complete this challenge. So I'll have that linked in the description below, as well as in a pinned comment. So that's what I would say do first. From there, I'd say subscribe to this YouTube channel and maybe even turn on the notifications. That way, when the tutorial video is released, you'll know exactly when that happens and you can get started right away. Last year we sent just over 200 blankets to Warm Up America from last year's challenge, and I was wondering maybe this year if we could hit a new record for our challenges. Can we double that? I don't think we've ever sent 400 or more blankets as a result of one of our challenges, and that would just be incredible. So here's what I would ask. If you plan to participate in this year's challenge, share this video with a friend or a family member and see if you can recruit just one crochet buddy to work on a blanket with you. And if you're not able to complete the challenge this year, that's fine. I completely understand. I know it's a lot to ask for. It's a big time investment. And if you're not able to, I totally get it. But there is still something you can do. You can share this video with your friends, your family members, over on Facebook or Instagram or X or wherever you like to hang out online, maybe with your local crochet group, or if you have a stitch night with some friends, you can share the challenge that way. That way we can help the word spread and we can get as many blankets sent in for newborns that we possibly can. One of the greatest things about the crochet community is their unrelenting willingness to use their skills for good. I've seen this firsthand year after year with our crochet challenge for Warm Up America. And you know what? If you've made it this far, I know you're really interested in the challenge, and it would just mean the world to me, to Warm Up America, to the family who receives your gift, if you're able to dedicate just a little bit of time over the next several weeks to make a handmade blanket for a newborn. I know what I'm asking of you. I know that it's going to take some sacrifices. It's going to take a lot of your precious time. It's a really incredible gift we have as crocheters, and it's a really wonderful thing to be able to share that gift with others. Even if we're not going to teach somebody how to crochet, we can pass along our handmade gift to others.